A quick guide about steeping times of different e-liquid flavor profiles. These are all the flavors included in this video. I will talk about the ideal long-term steeping times for the richest taste possible. If you're making a recipe that includes more than one of the profiles above, then use the steeping time of the main flavor plus 3 extra days as a general rule. So I will start first with cereal and nuts. These are flavors like cheesecake crust, sugar cookie, hazelnut, pecan, and so on. These flavors will need to steep for 7 to 10 days, and for a sharp vape feel, use them only after 5 days of steeping. Next, vanilla and chocolate. These flavors are very rarely used alone. Most of the time, they're used as the primary flavor in a lot of recipes. For the best flavor, let them mature for 10 to 15 days, and only 7 days for a sharper taste. Next is fruits. I know there is a variety of different flavors, so I leaned a little bit on the longer side to be safe here with almost all the fruit flavors. So the ideal steeping time will be 7 to 10 days. For a sharp and very fruity vape, you could use them even immediately as a shaken vape or only after 24 hours long steep. Next will be tobaccos and woody flavors, and these are the flavors with the second longest steeping times. For most tobaccos and other woody flavors like oak and burley, 15 to 20 days long steep is required. There are lighter tobaccos like RY4 that matures in a little over a week, but as a general rule, tobaccos will need a longer steep, and especially dark tobaccos. Like 2 examples I can think of are the Latakia blend from Flavor Art and Black Pipe by Anawera. These flavors are so bold and rich, they might even take up to a month to mellow out. Next is coffee. For this type of e-liquids, a 7 to 10 days steeping is required for light coffee flavors and 10 to 15 days for darker or espresso-like flavors. Coffee e-liquids will usually taste sharp even after 7 days, so usually they're not recommended to be used as shaken vapes. Next are pastry liquids like pies, cookies and cream, donuts, and so on. For this type of flavors, a medium long steep is required from 10 to 15 days again. You could use them earlier, but the fullest taste won't develop until usually 2 weeks into the steeping. You can experiment with different recipes, but usually at least a week-long steep is recommended for most of these flavors. Next will be sodas and tea flavors. Usually these are light vapes with medium to high sweetness. For these flavors, a long steep is usually the most ideal, so 15 to 20 days for long term and 7 to 10 days only for a sharper taste. Next one will be creams, and the number 1 flavor for the longest steep. There are 2 types of creams usually, so I'll break it down to 2 categories. First is light creams like marshmallow, whipped cream, and malted milk. For these flavors, a 10 to 15 day steep is recommended for the richest cream taste. And next, there are thick creams like milk and honey or cream from Flavora, horchata from Capella, Vienna cream from Flavor Art, and so on. These flavors are very aroma rich and require a very long steeping time for a full maturity. Usually a 20 to 30 day long steep is required to get the most creams to soften and blend fully inside the recipe. If you're looking for a quick steep, then give most creams about 1 week and test them then to see how they taste. And last on this list are 100% vegetable glycerin based flavors. I know there are not a lot of them available, but there are a few companies like Real Flavors that sell them in some countries. So for VG flavors, a very long steep is required, usually similar to the creams. A 20 to 30 day long steep is ideal, and if you use VG based creams, then prepare for over a month long wait for full maturity. These are all the flavors in this list. I have included timestamps in the description so you could just skip on the profile you're the most interested in next time. My initial